Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Wednesday, December 11th, 2024 by Gaia Blooming. I'm Mimi, and our energy mantra for today is I nurture my perspective places that just need a little support. I think we need a little earth support today. The astro energy just feels tough. It feels a little bit like I don't want to be here. And I experienced that before doing the scope. So I'm like, some days just don't want to record. It's rare. Most of the time what I don't want to do is like get ready to record. That's the part I don't really want to do. But today I was like, I don't want to. I'm not inspired. Like just feeling that. And I'm like, what is this? Because it just feels strange. And then I look at the astro and I'm like, it's this. And I think it's not really wanting to scope so much as just not wanting to earth. So we have the moon moving into Taurus today. The moon is going to shift in at 7:55 a.m. So already waking up in a lunar dead zone, void of course, moon, can be a challenge because it can be hard to motivate, especially if you're a lunar person. I've decided that there's like lunar people and solar people, and some people just feel the lunar energies pull a little bit more, and some feel the solar energies pull a little bit more, and some I think feel the earth. But if you are lunar, if you're a Looney Tune, you might feel that challenge of getting out of bed today with the moon moving into Taurus. And then its first meeting is a square with Pluto newly in Aquarius. This is the first square that the moon in Taurus is having to deal with Pluto in Aquarius. I hope I said moon in Taurus, Pluto in Aquarius. Just checking the Mercury retrogradisms coming out of my mouth. That square can be so hard because, one of the things that we want to do with Pluto and Aquarius is empower our vibrations. But sometimes the vibrational energy around us does not feel so good. And if you're already feeling a little funky coming into moon in Taurus in this void moon space, you might really feel some of those challenging vibrations. I mean, they're abundant right now. Now, I wish I could say the day gets better as it goes on, but we're building to a Mars-Venus opposition, which is happening on Thursday, early in the morning on Thursday. So we're really going to be feeling this building. An opposition is interesting because it can be a tug of war. It can be my way or the highway. It can also be balancing and working together. But the moon in Taurus is squaring this incoming opposition. And so that challenge is probably going to make it a bit of a T-square, push-pull, my way, highway energy. So we got to find the place where we can resonate with it all. Moon in Taurus wants to align with beauty, wants to align with pleasure, wants to stay in bed. My cat Lucci, bed is her favorite place, and it is her haven. And anytime I get out of bed, she's like, these are my silky pillowcases. That's Taurus. Taurus also can be, must get to work, make the donuts, do the things. And I feel like we sometimes stress ourselves out with that because we do align our worth with get out of bed, make the donuts, do the things, be productive. Ideally, Taurus finds some kind of balance in there. And we, experiencing the Taurus moon, hopefully can find some balance between pleasure and a good sensuality in the morning, whether you're enjoying your coffee or tea, or I had toast with jam today. Oh my God, it was so good. A friend made me some jam, and homemade jam is my jam. So, right? There's the Taurus energy. And then hopefully we can align on purpose with purpose. But again, I just feel like it's going to be a little bit challenging. The top of the cards is be here now. Be in the challenge. And one of the things that I heard when I was looking at this astro is, I love Abraham. And sometimes Esther says, or Abraham says, some days you're just falling out of the airplane. And sometimes you just have to be here now with that experience. And a lot of times, if you kind of just let it instead of fighting it, resisting, it passes a lot quicker than you would think. So just keep that in mind. You can empower your vibration. You can empower the beauty of the Taurus. The Venus and the Mars opposition. Venus hanging out in Aquarius wants to feel flirty and free and feisty, and it just wants to, travel on the winds. Be gone with the wind. Gone with the wind fabulous is what Venus in Aquarius is wanting right now. And Mars in Leo is also wanting to feel fabulous. But that retrograde is pushing towards inner fabulosity instead of being fawned upon by others, which can make that Leo Mars feel a little insecure. And that's what I think we might be having, is like some of these insecurities come up. That Taurus energy can bring up the worth stuff. Mars in Leo can bring the inner child stuff. And Venus in Aquarius has been avoiding it all and might have to face some of it. So that's kind of like how the day is shaping itself. I wish I had some redeeming qualities for it. But the biggest feeling that I got is like, I don't want to do this. So, again, I think the Redeemer is the Sagittarius. Where can we look at the cup half full? Have some good tea. Have your coffee. Find the places of pleasure through the day that help remind you that it's not all bad. Not that it's going to be all bad, but it just feels a little mildly uncomfortable, which we can take, a molehill and make a mountain out of. See where you can nurture some blessings in your life. I do like, that Pluto is still hanging out so close to Ceres. The scope that I said yesterday, nurturing your inner child, being that good parent can help support you in and through this. I do love that I do think we're getting some breakthrough energy in and through all this, especially when we maybe push against some of the our comfortable habits and kind of find a breakthrough. When we release some of these things that we've been holding on to, whether it's a grudge or whether it's a thing or whether it's nothing ever works out for me, it's not gonna go as I want kind of thing. We're releasing some of that, breaking through. That being said, it might be a little tough getting out of our minds. We got some mind cards. We've got the shouldiness going on and just the mind. Watch for where you're shoulding on yourself in this energy. And instead of shoulding on yourself, what do you need in this moment? And how can you lean into that? How can you show up and serve yourself instead of trying to make yourself feel worthy outside of yourself? I did pull, here it is. I was like, where is this? I did pull a Yuletide tarot, and it just looks like arguments. He said, she said stuff. And again, this feels kind of like this Venus-Mars opposition. We might feel this inside of ourselves. We might feel a little pulled apart inside of ourselves, but this may also show up in our life. One of the things when I was with Joe early on, he's like, we should read Men Are From Women. Men Are From Women. It's true. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. And it's really interesting, kind of looking at those energies and how yin and yang energies think differently. And sometimes even within ourselves, the yin and the yang energies think differently and can be some of the, push and pull going on. So just be aware of that in the background. We don't need to turn everything into an argument. Sometimes we can just disagree and it's okay. Sometimes we have different perspectives, and those differing perspectives actually are balancing for the world, and it's okay. So maybe we need to lazy cat it a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this shows up. I wish you luck. I wish you luck. I wish you light. I wish you love. And I hope that you get some good snuggles in, because that's just what I want to go do. I just want to go snuggle with the lazy cats. So that's it for today. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. And the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power. And remember who you are for. You are the solution. Namaste.